Welcome my channel, like, subscribe. Breaking news today. In the Horn of Africa, Eritrea stands apart, a nation defined by secrecy, resilience, and an unwavering sense of military discipline. Its story is one of endurance, shaped by decades of struggle and a determination to survive against the odds. The military here is not just an institution, it is the backbone of the state, deeply woven into the fabric of everyday life. From city streets to remote villages, its influence shapes every aspect of Eritrean society, guiding the nation's path and identity. Strategically perched along the Red Sea, Eritrea's army is a key player in regional geopolitics. Its true strength, however, remains hidden behind a veil of silence, making it a force that is both respected and feared by its neighbors. The government releases little about its forces, cultivating an aura of mystery and keeping adversaries guessing. This secrecy is not just policy, it is a strategy, ensuring that Eritrea's military capabilities remain an enigma. What is known is that Eritrea's military is built on discipline, resilience, and mass mobilization. It relies on the strength of its people, not on flashy technology or advanced weaponry, but on unity and determination. To truly understand Eritrea, you must understand its army, shaped by years of conflict, sustained by a system of national service that touches nearly every family, and forged in the harsh realities of its landscape. The Eritrean military is driven by a singular, unyielding goal: survival. Every soldier, every unit, is focused on defending the nation's sovereignty and ensuring its continued existence. This video peels back the layers to reveal how Eritrea's military became one of Africa's most enigmatic and disciplined forces, and why its story continues to captivate the world. Eritrea's military identity was forged in a 30-year war for independence against Ethiopia, a David versus Goliath struggle that shaped the nation's psyche. For decades, Eritrean fighters endured harsh conditions, facing overwhelming odds with little outside support. The war was not just a battle for territory, but a fight for survival, dignity, and the right to self-determination. The Eritrean People's Liberation Front, or EPLF, survived through extraordinary resourcefulness and self-reliance, building weapons and infrastructure from scratch. With limited resources, they improvised everything from food supplies to communication networks, relying on ingenuity and collective effort to keep their struggle alive. This era instilled a deep distrust of outside powers and a belief that survival depends solely on Eritrea's own strength. The scars of betrayal and abandonment by the international community left a lasting mark, fostering a culture of vigilance and suspicion. Independence in 1993 brought only a brief peace. A devastating border war with Ethiopia soon followed, reinforcing the need for constant readiness. The conflict destroyed towns and families, reminding Eritreans that threats could return at any moment. The leadership, all veterans of these wars, reorganized society around national defense, blurring the line between civilian and soldier. Military service became a rite of passage, and the ethos of sacrifice and discipline permeated every aspect of daily life. Eritrea became a garrison state, prioritizing military strength above economic growth or personal freedoms. The nation's resources and energy were channeled into maintaining a powerful army, often at the expense of development and individual rights. The lesson, trust no one, depend on yourself, and always prepare for the next conflict, became a guiding principle for generations. This mindset continues to shape Eritrean society today. This history explains why Eritrea remains one of the world's most militarized societies, where the shadow of past wars still looms large over everyday life. Eritrea's military power rests on compulsory, often indefinite national service for all citizens over 18. Originally an 18-month commitment, the policy expanded after renewed conflict, turning into open-ended conscription. Today, much of the population is under military command, creating one of Africa's largest armies per capita. This People's Army model ensures rapid mobilization and a formidable deterrent to invasion. But the system is controversial, praised for unity and defense, condemned as forced labor driving youth to flee. Eritrea's strength and its greatest challenge are two sides of the same coin, a nation protected, yet hollowed out by mass mobilization. The paradox is clear. Security comes at a steep social cost. The Eritrean Defense Forces are split into Ground Forces Navy and the other branches in supporting roles. The focus is on manpower and resilience, not expensive hardware. This structure is tailored to Eritrea's realities: defend the homeland, deter threats, and survive with what's available. Eritrean soldiers are forged at Sawa, where military training and final-year schooling merge in a harsh, demanding environment. Training emphasizes endurance, discipline, and loyalty, valuing human resilience over technology. Political indoctrination frames Eritrea as a nation under siege, justifying sacrifice and obedience. Soldiers learn to operate with minimal resources, echoing the EPLF's guerrilla legacy. The chain of command is absolute. Insubordination is not tolerated. This doctrine produces a force ready for long, grinding conflict, psychologically tough, if not technologically advanced. The individual is subsumed into the collective, with survival of the state as the highest goal. Eritrea's military strength lies in its people, not its machines. Eritrea's arsenal is a patchwork of Soviet-era weapons, AK-47s, T-55 tanks and old artillery, maintained through ingenuity and necessity. The focus is on rugged, reliable equipment that can be kept operational with limited resources. Domestic workshops upgrade and repair aging hardware, a tradition born from the independence struggle. This self-reliance is crucial for a nation under arms embargoes and international isolation. Eritrea can't compete in a technological arms race, so it invests in training and discipline instead. The philosophy: a motivated soldier with a basic rifle is more valuable than advanced gear in untrained hands. Grit, not gadgets, defines Eritrea's military edge. Eritrea's defensive strategy transforms its rugged, mountainous landscape into a formidable fortress, designed to make any potential invasion unbearably costly for outsiders. The country's natural geography, with its steep cliffs and remote valleys, has long been seen as both a shield and a symbol of resilience. Yet Eritrea's military influence doesn't stop at its borders. The government has been accused of supporting rebel groups and intervening in neighboring conflicts, projecting its power across the Horn of Africa and shaping regional dynamics in ways that often go unseen. This outward projection of strength keeps rivals off balance and deters aggression, but it also draws sharp international criticism and deepens Eritrea's isolation on the world stage. At home, the indefinite national service system is widely condemned as a form of modern slavery. It drives thousands of young Eritreans to risk everything and flee the country, leaving behind deserted villages and stifling the nation's economic growth and future prospects. Supporters, however, argue that these sacrifices are necessary to preserve Eritrea's hard-won sovereignty and independence in a region they see as perpetually hostile and unpredictable. Critics, on the other hand, see a nation imprisoned by its own security apparatus, where the very tools of liberation have become instruments of repression and fear, shaping daily life for millions. Today, Eritrea stands at a crossroads, caught between being a misunderstood military power and a nation trapped by the weight of its own history, its people yearning for a different future. The answer to Eritrea's true legacy remains as elusive and complex as the country itself, shrouded in both pride and pain.